Hello again, I am Jabob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series, Season 7, Round 22. Tonight we are heading to Nevada for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. So just 2 rounds left in Season 7. Tonight is Vegas, tomorrow is Abu Dhabi, and we are sitting nicely in 4th place in the Constructors' standings, taking huge steps forward in recent races in terms of results. Hopefully we continue that tonight, and I think this is possibly our best chance to get a 3rd win. Obviously, Donna has got 2 race wins so far this season. Embry has a sprint win, and she's also had a 2nd place in the same race weekend as well at COTA. I think tonight we could really be in with a chance of win number 3, given how well we normally tend to do around this track, and given how powerful our car is when it comes to DRS and straight line speed. Not expecting any more upgrades from the rest of the grid, so I think our car will remain where it is in terms of grid ranking. We'll find out in just a moment. We have a little bit of work to do in the inbox, first of all, and get our end of month stuff done as well, as we're just 2 days away from the end of October. How you doing, Army? How you doing, Wayne? How you doing, Dino? Good to see you guys. Let's hit continue and move time on a little bit. Our factory refurb is done. There we go. We have a spare chassis. And we have completed our suspension research. Now we have some ATR hours that we can spend. We're going to think very carefully about what parts we're going to allocate those hours to, because this is the final ATR period of the season that we're in right now. We also have a spare front wing there as well. Let's see, we are 10 million short of hitting the limit on the cost cap. So we've got a little bit of money to play about with. Monthly car report reads as follows. Nice. Again, these numbers might not be completely accurate as it is before Grand Prix, so parts might not have been changed over from stuff that broke by other teams yet. We shall see. Financial report, we've seen that. Board check-in, they have high confidence. We already know about how they felt about Brazil. They were delighted. We have a driver development update. How did Donna and Embry improve over the month of October? Have a look. 2 points in cornering for Donna. Thought she'd got quicker. And a point in adaptability as well. So exactly where I needed her to level up. That's good to see. Embry, a point in smoothness, a point in adaptability, and 2 points in reactions. She still is not improving her goddamn cornering. Oh dear, this is starting to get frustrating. I think it's becoming clear that we might have to seriously consider replacing Embry with Anne. We'll see how Anne has also improved over the last month. She's gained a point in cornering, 2 points in reactions. So yeah, she is rounding out quite nicely as well. Let's get our training schedule done. So go to cumulative. Go. We're down to just 9% now chance of making a mistake, which is nice. Put a little bit of car building in. And no training there. And we'll get a little bit of training in just here. we go. And then obviously we want to make sure our pit crew is nicely trained up for the inevitable winter decline we're going to get. We're going to go very heavy on gym training. It's much harder to get pit stop time down than it is to reduce chances of mistakes. That's much easier. So we want to really focus on improving stop time as much as we can before they regress over the winter break. Some really heavy gym training. There we go. All right, there we go. That is our training schedule for the month of November. 8 days to go until Vegas. I wonder if we're going to get a dry. We usually get a dry race. I wonder if we'll ever get a wet race there. Not had one yet. Let's see. We need to do some development, don't we? Research. We've got another research project finishing in just a day. So let's just advance one more day. Get that project done as well. There we go. And now, because of us needing to see exactly how we're doing on research, we're going to save and then reload so we get the most up-to-date information, because it never seems to show it until you reload the save, which is a bit weird. We'll get those 2 projects that have just finished, the suspension and the chassis. There we go. Now we can have a look at the rules and regs, see how we're doing. Yeah, big losses as you would expect. Front wing's not doing too bad. Got about a third almost of the losses recovered there. Brake cooling we can't really do too much about. It's just losing so much there. Rear wing isn't doing too bad. Could maybe do with a bit more rear wing. Side pod's going to take a definite hit, as you can see. Underfloor, yeah, not great. And suspension definitely needs more work. Which ones do I put my hours into? This is the question. Definitely to think the front wing. That's going to be an important one for us. So let's get a front wing research project started. How many hours? So I've got 7.2. So that'll be 3.6. So 1.8. There we go. And 96. Half that is 48. And half of that's 24. We'll go with that. There we go. And let's go with six engineers on that one. And then we want to do a suspension as well. So once again, we want, what was it, 1.8, 24. There we go. And let's push the airflow all the way up. Let's pull these figures down. 2 engineers on that. There we go. We are 4 days away from this finishing. We'll take an engineer off of that, and then move that onto the suspension, just to speed that up an extra little bit, like so. And what was the other one? The underfloor. Yeah, I don't really want to take an engineer off of that. Actually, no, yeah, screw it. Let's take those engineers off as well. And we'll move them over again to the suspension. There we go. Just to try and give ourselves the opportunity to get some more complex parts done in the final bit as well. How you doing, Refill? How you doing, Just? Good to see you. Ben. How you doing, Ben? All right, let's see. What is left to do? I think that's it. I think that's all we need to get done right now. Let's hit continue. Advance time a little bit more. Sponsor, Andrea. Let's just check, see it is actually a female driver. No, it is a male. I was wondering, as immediately I was going to like, yeah, let's sponsor her. And then it's like, oh no, wait, let's just check. Yeah. We are running a women's team at the moment, so we're not going to sponsor a male driver. But if a female driver pops up, we will obviously try and sponsor her. Let's see if we need to do anything else. Memorabilia room refurb is done. Has anything else broken yet? It's close. Helipad's not quite gone. Race sim's still okay. Car part test center's so close to breaking. Another spare suspension. So the research project is done. Let's immediately get another rear wing project underway. So once again, we want 1.8 on the MAU hours, 24 on the wind tunnel hours. There we go. We've got a nice little even distribution of our remaining resources like that. Drop these values down a bit more. Perfect. We'll just go with the 1 engineer on that. Okay, getting closer to the cost count limit. We've eaten half of that money already. Still got a little bit left. We might end up breaking the cost cap slightly, but right. All right, we are ready for race day. So let's take a look at the car analysis. It is still looking like a very, very strong car. That's good to see. Let's get some targets set for tonight. Both cars in Q3 is going to be our target. The incentive is just 1. I want to get them both there. Both into Q2. Fastest lap is the incentive. I'm really hopeful we'll get that. I'm also hoping for a double points finish again tonight. I'm going to go 2 in the top 8. Feeling confident a bit tonight. Let's see, 1 out of 2 done on our finish position streak, which is terrible. We can get a new quali streak done. We'll go 2 in the top 10 or 2 races, because that's all we can do. And we are ready to head to Vegas.
Welcome to the Silver State of Nevada for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The track here is a high-speed street circuit that takes in the lights and the sights of this spectacular Sin City. Drivers will take on over a mile of the Las Vegas Strip, racing flat out past all the glamour and glitz it has to offer. Formula One's highest speed street circuit promises incredible action up and down the Las Vegas Strip. Racing at night means track temperatures will be lower, so data from Free Practice 2 could be crucial to managing both qualifying and the Grand Prix. How will the British driver George Russell fare this weekend? He was sensational in the last race, he took home the win and set the bar very high indeed. Let's get on with the weekend.
All right then. We did say we were going to put Anne back in the car tonight, so let's get that sorted. We're going to run soft tyres for her so we can save the hards for Donna. Let's see. I think it's only 16 laps, but again, we're going to call them in as soon as we have feedback in this first session. A very low downforce circuit, so I'm just going to go with that. Let's try that, see how that shakes out. And for Embry, we will run the hard tyres for her. Again, we're going to go with almost non-existent downforce on this one, I think. Yeah, let's try that. We'll go again with a 1.9. We'll drop that down to a 3. Push that up to a 1 as well. 16 laps of fuel. Drop her pace settings, and now we need to put the spare parts in. There we go. And we'll do the same for car 1 as well. And we're ready to send them out. Okay, so update for tomorrow. We will still be streaming the season finale at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. However, one thing I will request is no spoilers about qualifying in the chat, please, because I will not have seen the highlights of the Spanish Grand Prix qualifying when we do the stream. So, yeah, please no spoilers about that, because I want to watch that after the live stream. Also, we have some interesting, kind of depressing news from Formula One. Flavio Briatore is back at Renault. I mean, at this point, they deserve everything that, that they're getting in terms of scorn and mockery by bringing back the master of Crashgate, the man who famously was given a lifetime ban, which, although, you know, was later overturned in a French appeals court, but was given a lifetime ban from Formula One for orchestrating a race fix in 2008 to allow Fernando Alonso to win, telling Nelson Piquet to deliberately crash his car to bring out a safety car at Singapore. He is back at Renault as a special advisor. And it's just ridiculous. That man has no place in the sport anymore. And it does absolutely nothing for the credibility of Formula One or Alpine / Renault either, that he is back. I mean, I blistered Renault a couple of days ago, and then they go and do this. It's just, at this point, they fully deserve all the shit talking they're getting. Dino says it reeks of desperation. Oh, it absolutely does. They are so clueless. They are headless chickens at Alpine. It's clear they have no idea what they're doing. Alright, so that needs to go all the way down to 0, and we still need to make other changes as well. That is going to have to go that way. That's going to have to come back. I'm going to go with a 10.5 on the rear wing there, I think. Make that a 1. And we'll go with that. I don't think that's right, but again, I'm just looking to eliminate some potential errors there by putting the oversteer on the very edge and the braking stability on the very edge there. So we'll see how close that gets. Let's take a look at Embry's car. Yeah, that is going to be a 10.5. Let's bring that down as well. Push that up a touch more. I think that's going to be enough of a change there. It's just tricky, just trying to find that right little bit. And it's possible that might be there. I'm going to go with that option, because then I can sync that up nicely. Yeah, we'll try that. We are now just over 30 days away from the release of F1 Manager 24. I really want to get my hands on the game. It's, I haven't been this, antsy about getting my hands on the next installment of a game for a very long time. An individual game that maybe is a new IP or something I've not played before, that's one thing, but a sequel like this, in a franchise, normally I really couldn't give two shits if an annual series brings out another franchise, or the franchise brings out another installment every year, something like FIFA or anything that has that annual franchise model, because you play one, you've pretty much played them all. But this franchise is moving forward in terms of everything within the game, a huge step this year, and so I really can't wait to get my hands on the new one. And I can't remember the last time I felt like that on an annual franchise model. that we have in gaming.
Everything else okay with the car?
Right, 94%. We're nice and close. Let's call an in. Embry, only 77%. Oh, a lot more work needed there. Okay, so that does need to come down. We'll go from one extreme to the other. Again, I don't think that's going to be exactly right, but we'll see. Just narrowing those windows down as much as we can. So that is a 1.9 then. That has confirmed that for us. It's also narrowed down the windows over here as well. Try that. I think that might be it. So the two teams we need to continue to outperform tonight are Alfa Romeo, our former team, and Mercedes. Hajar, as always, looking very quick. Bem's looking decently quick tonight. Both Mercedes are up in the top half as well. Now, I call this a strategy gamble because I am playing just to one-stop this race tonight, and I am thinking of going softs to mediums and just running that, which, you know, I think the majority will go with either softs to hard or mediums to hard. So I'm looking at running a very protected race pace. Try and keep the tyres alive as much as we can. Obviously, if we get a safety car pop up, then we will obviously make changes on the fly. But the plan tonight so far does appear, you know, in my head as though it's going to be just a straight one-stop race. That hasn't really closed that down enough for me. But I know it's not right. So let's just bring it down a couple of knocks to there. I go with 35 laps of fuel. On the mediums. Mediums for Embry as well. Let's get her running for 26 laps of fuel. Actually, no, she needs to go a little bit longer. Let's go 28. Check the setup. It's looking good. Check the car parts. They're fine. And send them back out.
green. Flick is green.
Can I have an update, please?
94%, so still a little bit of work to do with Embry. Let's call her in right away, seeing as it's right at the beginning of the session. I don't think it's that. But we'll try it. I'm pretty sure it needs to go the other way. That's pretty much where we were a moment ago. And it was only good. Not sure how I can push it further forward. Let's just rule that out. But another clarification on how my team, created team will work. If you want to do a custom team, you have to start with the custom team. You can't start with one of the original 10 manufacturers and then after 3 or 4 seasons then add your own team in from that point onwards. It has to be a day one. You can then leave them and go somewhere else. You can be fired by the board in your own team. But if you want that 11th team, they have to be created at the start. Right, Donna's car is exactly where it needs to be. It's perfect. So she just needs time on track. Now we just need to wait to see what happens with Embry's setup. I still haven't seen any clarification if you can edit the details of the team in terms of like name and stuff once it's been set. I don't know if that becomes locked in permanently. If we don't see clarification, then obviously I will be checking and testing that as soon as the game goes live, and I'll let you know. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, there we go. That was supposed to be my let's rule this setup out, and it turns out that was actually the right setup. Saves a bit of work. There we go. We are done running in this session. Cars are both set up exactly as they need to be. A good run on the hard tyres will get Donna there. And Embry just needs a short run on softs. And she'll be at full confidence as well. So our prep for Vegas should be nice and straightforward now. So let's go with 28 laps of fuel again. That's more than I need, I would imagine. But again, better safe than sorry. We're going to go with 32 laps of fuel for Donna. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit more fuel out here. It's going to have 25 laps. That should be more than enough. Probably won't even need 25.
Track should be green.
Out they go. Almost done with Embry. A couple more laps and she'll be on her way into the pits. There we go. Donna making some excellent track knowledge progress as well. And you can see she should be done in about 7 minutes. And there we go. Both of our cars exactly where they need to be. Both of our drivers exactly where they need to be. Bring on qualifying for Vegas. Very much going to be slipstream runs tonight. It's just so powerful around this circuit. As I say, with our best top speed on the grid, combined with two very long DRS zones, and a third DRS zone that isn't exactly a short one either, we should have some immense top speed around this track, given that we are, you know, the best in the straight in terms of top speed and the best DRS on the grid. This should hopefully be a very, very strong circuit for us. All right, so penalty for Joe. Did Joe hit someone last night? He is running a new gearbox this weekend. Maybe it's a replacement part. Maloney has a penalty as well. He's running a new ERS this weekend. His engine is not looking very healthy at all. That's good for us. And let's roll on quali.
Will practice pay off for the drivers? Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
Qualifying is when F1's most glamorous street circuit really comes into its own, with cars on full throttle down a huge section of the Las Vegas Strip. Getting tyres into the optimal temperature range will be crucial to setting a good time here.
Now, Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
They had an excellent performance in practice, setting a solid lap time. They must be feeling confident. But confidence doesn't necessarily mean success in Formula One.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Okay. Let's get the good stuff back into the car. 82% engine, 68% ERS, and brand new gearbox. And we'll go with 79% engine, 71% ERS, and again, brand new gearbox. There we go. We're going to go for just one flying lap. We're going to try and get our drivers out behind other cars just to minimize how many laps we have to do. I'm still giving them a slipstream. I'm just going to have to sit here and wait for a moment.
Track should be green now.
Right, got a McLaren going out. Where is McLaren compared to us? There they are.
You can bring the tyre in.
Wake up those bikes.
Donna might be just a little bit too far back here. But then Bruce tucked up nicely behind Lando. I'm hoping Donna's much better cornering skill will help her just close up naturally. That's why I put her at second. Both pretty comparable in terms of braking.
and there'll be no one ahead.
So Leclerc has just left the pits. Joe's out there as
So
well.
we are good for traffic. Charge of last corner.
This is where I see whether I've made a big mistake. And looking at that gap, I think I might have made a mistake by just delaying Donna a bit too much. She might need to run again. Switch to Embry. Keep an eye on her and the gap to Norris. That's a perfect gap. And this is where I was hoping Donna would be closer. See, she is a bit of a way off. 42.7. She's down by 0.6 in the first sector alone. Yeah, she's gonna need to run again. It's gonna be an insanely good lap for Embry. .27.4 against the 27.9, so again she's got another half a second. Now Norris will get a toe off the back of the Red Bull. .23.0
Drive to the Delta.
and a 23.4. Huge difference, 1.5 seconds difference. And Norris was 0.7 quicker than Donna. Did Donna just not get her tyres up to temperature?
Box, box.
That's a big deficit. Big deficit. So we'll prep Donna for another run. Embry does not need to go again. Evening, George. There goes Max. Where is Leclerc? Down in 8th. Also a long way off. There goes Charles again. I'm going to wait until the track clears up a little bit. Max coming round to finish his flying lap. He goes second. He's still over half a second behind Embry. Yeah, Embry's time is more than good enough. So it worked out beautifully for her. Not so much, unfortunately, for Donna. That's Sainz. Don't want to go out behind Sainz. Here comes Leclerc to finish his second flying attempt. He stays down in 12th. Norris is going again. I didn't catch that quickly enough. So probably going to have to wait now for Max or Piastri or the other Mercedes. Where is Piastri? There we go. And there he goes. There's a whole load of cars going out. Oh, and that's worked out quite nicely. We've gone out right behind Max. I say we got held for cars coming into the pits, but now we're going to get out right behind Max Verstappen.
And we work on front tires.
So this will get Donna through. Unless there's some horrendous hold-up with traffic here. Here comes George. Have lost a little bit of ground to Max as a result of that. So at what point does Schumacher go live? Okay, just before the bridges. Not the bridges, sorry, the lights. Just keep an eye when Oscar goes live. Under the footbridge. Under the footbridge. Okay. Now we need to go live.
Let's go for a push.
Might still be just a touch too far behind Verstappen here. We'll get an improvement. Max doesn't have a slipstream of his own. So at least he won't blitz away from us. Hopefully he gets caught out by traffic. Leclerc getting out of the way. Be an utter disaster if Donna does not make it through here. Ah, shit. Slight lift for the Ferrari. Nearly caught the back of the McLaren there as well. Can we get a distant tow here? I don't think we can. And now Max is going to get a tow as he gets up behind someone else. Has slowed him down a bit though. I'll be close enough to get some benefit here in the final sector. We need to find an improvement. I think that's enough. But I'm going to go again, just to be on the safe side. Still plenty of cars looking to improve. Now there's only 3 yet to cross the line. We're safe. So let's back off.
Charge on, charge on.
There we go. We are safe. Only Porsche,
Need to drop
who
the pace.
is coming up to the line now. Doesn't improve. And then it's Magnussen. Sorry, Maloney, not Magnussen. Maloney doesn't get through. And Albon, who's getting a hell of a tow here from the back of Sonoda. Albon might get through here. He's so far up Joe's backside here. He's Tsunoda's backside. He's effectively doubling the rectal thermometer. Has he done it? He has. He's just made it through, and that's knocked out Sainz. So we're saying goodbye to Carlos Sainz, Zay Maloney. Isaac Hadjar is out in 18th place. That is a shock. Magnussen is out and Giovinazzi's out. So both Alpines are out. Well. And Stroll just sneaking through by 8 thousandths of a second. So not the best first run there for Donna, but she got through. See if we can be a little bit more comfortable here this time. There goes Porsche. There goes Mercedes. I wasn't paying attention, or else I'd have gone out behind that. Alright, so Donna is the one right out behind Piastri.
Focus on tires and brakes.
And we are giving Stroll a tow. So Piastri could theoretically be, well, probably will be the slowest of these four cars as a result of that. Gotta hope that Donna can stay close enough with those worn out tyres. Get a good time in, she should do. Head down the strip.
Position is good. Okay, you can go. You can go.
There we go.
Shouldn't be anyone in front that will back you up.
There is a Mercedes not long out of the pits. Oh no, wait, that's Joe, isn't it? Yeah, I think we'll be fine on traffic. Still got a decent gap. Up by 1/2 a tenth over Embry. 7. Oh, look how close that is. 754 and a 594. So close there. Benchmark time is in. It's a 1:33.5 from Sonona. And there we go. We are quicker.
But anyway, it was a good lap, mate. We're coming in.
And Stroll actually just a little bit slower than Oscar, and I hope that is enough. We don't have to go again. Look how crowded it is around the pit lane there. Combination of cars finishing laps, cars coming out. Anyone on a hot lap there? I don't think so. No one's on a hot lap there. But that should be enough to get us through, I think. A whole procession of cars about to peel into the pits. There goes Behrman up to the line. There goes Joe. There's Leclerc. Max crosses the line and he is 11th and slowest right now. What can Charles do? Charles definitely needs to outperform Max tonight. Close that gap in the standings. He is trailing. It's not by a massive margin. And a good result here against Max could put him in the driving seat for the final race and the Drivers' Championship. And that is half a second quicker than Max, but it's still not safe. In fact, both Red Bulls currently in the drop zone. This is going to be a very, very interesting final set of runs. There goes Verstappen. And he is in front of Schumacher, so Schumacher will get the benefit of a slipstream. Max will have to go it alone. Can he find the pace he needs? Verstappen going to get eliminated. Leclerc is now coming out to start his out lap. So he's around turn 2 at the moment. There he is in the background, just about to appear. That was Zhou that we saw zigzagging. No improvement for Max in the first sector. Schumacher is improving, but I think he's a little bit too far back to get the full slipstream benefit here. Improved again in the middle sector. Max still down. Max could be out here. Can he even improve his time, let alone his position? Crosses the line. What a mighty final sector there. Somehow he pulled that one out of the bag. Schumacher did not improve enough. Schumacher is out. Pourchaire is coming up the line now. Pourchaire is out. Did not improve. Here is Charles Leclerc starting his flying lap. Max could still get knocked out by his teammate or by Behrman or, amazingly, by Albon, who is in clean air. I don't think he's going to have the pace to improve. Where's Behrman? Behrman's just starting his flying lap now. So it's effectively down to Behrman and Leclerc, because I doubt Albon will be able to do it. Especially as he's coming up to traffic. Schumacher gets out the way. There is Max in the way. Potentially hurting Albon's time there. It's not inconceivable that both Red Bulls could be eliminated here if Leclerc can't quite get through, and then Behrman improves and gets up to 10th. Albon's driving for the line. Albon improves past Behrman, who's still on his flying lap. Will Charles knock out Max? No, he doesn't. So it is down to Behrman. If Behrman can find enough pace here, he can eliminate the second Red Bull of Max Verstappen here. He is improving. Is he improving enough? No, he's not. He really didn't have the pace at the end there. So Leclerc is out. Max just squeaks through. That gives Max another chance now to try and solidify a good starting position. I go with new tyres for this first run. I think I have to.
Okay, so that's a green light.
So we're out behind George Russell, arguably the quicker of the two Ferraris in straight pace. Although Piastri did have a mighty final sector on his last run. Max is coming out early as well. Tsunoda's going to tuck in behind him, so that immediately is going to put Max on the back foot with Tsunoda all over him. Tsunoda could be a dark horse for the pole position here. I'm really hoping we'll get it and get that bonus point for only the second time this year. Piastri and Norris both out on their own in clear air. Still waiting for Ocon, Stroll and Zhou to make an appearance. There is Stroll. Here comes Ocon. And there is Tsunoda. So everybody now onto the track we might well get held up slightly by Ocon and Zhou there. As we start winding up.
Clear. You can go.
Track clear.
Such a long first sector on this track. .41.9 and a 42.1. Couple of tenths. And we are very close here. Embry a little bit too far away now, so she's going to definitely need a slipstream on the next run as well. Little bit of a delay there for George, caught up on the back of Sonoda there, I think. There we go. Pretty mighty. Half a second the difference.
Take it easy in your in-lap.
George a further 2.5 tenths back. So I think Donna is probably secure for pole. Yeah, she's 2 tenths quicker than Sonoda there. Max a second off the pace, thanks to not having that slipstream. So we can effectively now run just Donna and Embry and be done with it, I think. Let's see what everyone else does on their first runs. We head back to the pits. Set them straight back out again, and this time it will be Donna who's punching the hole in the air. Embry to get the benefit of the toe. Let's see if we can get her up onto the front row comfortably as well.
We need to wake up the brakes now. Make sure you give us a couple of good brakes.
So the only fly in the ointment with us going out this early is that we may potentially hit traffic on our flying lap, and then, you know, we won't have time, I don't think, to respond if someone else gets a mighty slipstream and displaces us from pole position. But at least we'll get the lap in out of the way, and hopefully the track will be clear enough that we won't have any traffic issues. Might see somebody popping out in the next few seconds. Hopefully they'll wait until we are through. Nope, there we go. Russell coming out again. He's far enough ahead, I don't think he'll be an issue. Hope he won't be an issue.
Track is clear.
Need the pit lane to hold. Just a little bit longer.
Track is now clear.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. Norris could be an issue here, popping out right in front of us as we get to the corner. He is. So we're going to abort this lap. Try and go again. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating. And that's taken life out of the tyres that I really couldn't afford to lose. Now I'm going to have to run Embry on a new set, I think.
We will not need liftoff.
I'm not sure I'm even going to have enough time. To get them back out again. I don't think I am. Not without pushing them really hard. Damn it, I'm not going to have time. It sucks. All right, so we're at the mercy now of the rest of the grid. Tsunoda is having another slipstream run here. And he's gone purple in the first. He's going to take pole position from me, isn't he? What a bastard. He does. He steals pole position by 85 thousandths of a second. Donna's third. Sorry, Embry is third. Still waiting on Zhou and Verstappen. Max jumps all the way up to third place, just ahead of Embry. Ah, it's so frustrating. That is everybody. So it's Tsunoda from Donna, then Max from Embry, Piastri, Zhou, Norris, Russell, Ocon, and Stroll.
Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for these drivers to fight it out, wheel to wheel.
Las Vegas is a super fast street circuit, and the long straight along the dazzling strip could be a tempting and yet challenging place to try and overtake. We're under clear skies here tonight, certainly to the team's relief. Now they can focus their strategy on pushing their cars as much as they can.
Well, we'll find out who's shining as bright as the lights of Sin City now. It's the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Right then. Can I make this work? I think I can. Question is, do I start on the softs or the mediums? Think starting on the mediums will give us more flexibility at the end, but we may have to work a little bit hard to close that gap up. We're going to go with 2 extra laps of fuel. We're not going to push the tyres off the line, but we are going to push the fuel. There we go. I'm actually going to go with 3 extra laps of fuel, so we can keep pushing the braking zone, help keep a little bit extra temperature in the tyres without pushing the wear rate on them. Let's see, can we convert second and fourth into first and second? Let's send them to the grid for the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
The city of Las Vegas is abuzz with excitement as our race draws ever closer. A chance for the Aston Martin driver to show what they can do.
They're in second place on the grid, but that could so easily change in the first few seconds after lights out.
This should certainly be a good one, folks. The atmosphere is electric here for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
This is your race now.
Max has started on the softs. Who else has? Just Porsche. Schumacher started on the hards. Piastri has jumped us as well. Yeah, we're not pushing the tyres, so that's why we're getting overtaken. Can't afford for Max to sprint away, though. If he does get in front, we are going to have to try and go with him as best we can. If he gets clear air on those softs, he's going to be a problem. He's looking at the inside, and that's him through, so they won't have traction.
And recharge on now is okay, please. Can use overtake.
Let's close Embry up just a little bit more. Donna's starting to slip a touch as well.
Okay, we need some deploy.
Really don't want to have to turn the tyres up yet. I want to turn them down.
Let's have recharge on then, please. Just be careful with this tyre.
Charge on. DRS enabled. SP3.
Okay, so we are in the DRS zones. Have some battery still in reserve, which we're going to have to use this lap because we are under pressure.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Oscar's got through, so we'll immediately just back off again then.
Is available.
We're going to let our drivers fight because we're going to need them to overtake each other for slipstreaming,
Charge on and box now.
for the DRS switcheroos.
And recharge on is okay, please.
As long as Oscar stays in range and we stay in range of Oscar, we're good. We can continue to protect the tyres. We've still got some battery in reserve if we need it. I'm hopeful that if we can just survive the next couple of laps, running our tyres really low pace like this, it will pay dividends for us later in the stint.
Overtake is available. Recharge on.
On click overtake please.
Press overtake.
Trying to use the battery here instead of the tyres to keep that gap close enough to stay in the zone.
And recharge on.
Which we've done. Once we hit the DRS zone here on the strip, like I said, with the pace that we've got in the car and the strength of our DRS, we should comfortably be able to stay with Oscar. If anything, we should hopefully close the gap down a little bit. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm just going to have to push the tyres up just a touch more.
Time to push on these tyres.
Let's take a look at tyre wear. Now you can see the state of our tyres already better than everybody else's on the grid. Even Schumacher's hard tyres are at 88%, ours are at 90%. But we are risking getting dropped because of it.
Overtake available. Charge on, charge on.
And the quicker I can grow that disparity between the tyres, the more aggressive I can be with tyre saving, and also then start to introduce battery saving as well. So I can do that earlier if I can save more rubber early on.
Manage your tires.
And the more we can save on these mediums, the more aggressive we can be on the softs later in the race, which we might need to be. The fact that Yuki is frustrating Max on a regular basis helps. Because it's not too soft on us at the front, you know, pushing the pace and stretching the field. It's a medium runner fighting us off. And every time he gets in front, he's that little bit slower through the corners than Max would be if he was leading. Makes it easier for us to stay in the train without pushing. This is the strategy gamble that I was alluding to. Betting everything on our performance on softs against the performance of hards that the AI will be running later on. We will have a period where we'll have been undercut by pretty much everybody. We might even have a move here on Sonoda. We do. Without even trying to make an overtake move, we've got one. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. One thing I have noticed with this circuit is the two-slot strategy, which I used to love to run. Really effective in the first two seasons when you've still got a bit of a disparity between the cars and you get some big gaps opening up. Once you hit those first big regulation changes that really shake the field up and bring everybody much closer together, that's when the one-stop becomes more viable, and as the cars get better and better in performance, the two-stop becomes less and less effective, and the one-stop, if you can protect the tyres, becomes the right stop, the right strategy, I think. And we're certainly going to be testing the limits of that tonight. Try and introduce some battery saving soon as well. Norris has got past Russell now. He is up to 6th. Leclerc still down in 11th place. Not good for him. Both Mercedes are in the top 10. But Behrman and Hajar all the way down in 16th and 17th. So not a good race so far for Alfa Romeo.
John.
Recharge on.
They can actually see the speed difference in the car. The second that Sonoda pulled into the clean air to try and get the overtake, he actually started losing ground a little bit. That's how powerful our car is going forward on that strip once it gets up to speed. And that tyre disparity is growing.
Charge on.
Oh, Embry got lunged by Piastri and Norris. Sorry, by Russell and Norris there.
Let's have a look at that. So we're heading now into turn 5. It's there for the taking.
I thought we'd be vulnerable to a lunge from Russell, but I did not expect Norris to sneak through like that as well. We almost lost out again to the halves of Porsche.
Charge on.
Now I just need to give her a little bit more pace.
And use overtake.
Try and get her back on the terms with Norris.
Charge on. Charge on.
Could be vulnerable to getting overtaken by Porsche here. He got the move done on us.
And we can
So we'll
restart
tuck in
one.
behind Porsche for a few laps, get that battery up. Donna doing an excellent job just sitting where she needs to, protecting those tyres, burning off that excess fuel. Battery slowly going up. We've got to work hard with Donna now to get her, sorry, with Embry, to get her back up where she needs to be. Confidence definitely took a bit of a knock.
So recharge on. If you can, push.
Well, I've got to be a little bit more careful where I try and do the saving against Porsche. Given that he is on those soft tyres, he has potentially got
And
mighty
recharge
traction
on.
out of the corners. Donna has moved through past Oscar and completes the move again without even trying.
Now we
See
can
a
see
replay
what
of that.
happened. Right, let's pick this up as we go into turn 14. The opportunity's there,
That is our straight line speed advantage,
and the Aston Martin moves past.
paying dividends there. Will she complete the move here on Max? I don't want her to, but she's going to.
Charge on for now.
Maybe Max will get back in front. Maybe not. Almost certainly going to lose a place here. Let's put her into neutral defence. See if she can block a move. She couldn't block either. Both cars going to get back through again. Now, looks like Sonoda's going to get us as well. Yeah. That was careless. Silly decision to put her into harvest onto the entrance of the strip. Let's turn off defending.
We're happy to stay where we are.
Otherwise we're going to lose positions even more than we are doing right now. Honda's confidence still really good despite just getting overtaken by a flurry of cars there. And we're still protecting these tyres, and look at the difference in grip remaining that we have compared to some of the cars in front of us. Tsunoda's looked after his tyres well. Norris obviously has as well, but Max, Porsche, both just above 50%. Piastri at 62%, Russell 67, 65, sorry. Taking the early pain for the hopefully a long-term benefit. We are above the line. If I can get it so that I can just drive the softs without having to do any saving at all, that would be very nice. We will still end up doing saving on the softs so that we can push them at various points before calming them down again. I'm very content to just sit back in this opening stint for a while longer yet. I would like to try and move both cars forward again at some point soon. Max is starting to struggle on his tyres a little bit now. Down to fourth. I'd like to get an overtake on him before he ends up peeling off for the pits.
Let's get back in the rhythm.
Embry got caught out by Ocon. And I'm just going to give a blast of battery
And overtake
without
is
pushing the
available.
tyres. See what our drivers can do with that. And there you see, Ocon has a slipstream with the car in front, and yet we still got alongside him. And then the battery is ruined on the exit there.
On.
So we are past Max. Back into full peak confidence there for Donna.
Ciao, John.
Let's have recharge on then, please.
This time I will give her a little bit
Time to
more
push
tyre.
those tyres.
Try and get this move done. Give her some more confidence. Oh, come on. That is blatant moving in the braking zone. This is very, very dirty driving from Ocon here. But we have got the move done anyway.
And recharge on is okay, please.
Or have we? He's still there. We have the slipstream.
Recharge on.
Oh, God damn it.
Press overtake.
Battery high. Charge on.
We have a monster advantage on our tyres right now. Again, you can see we're closing on Ocon here, despite the fact that we were in harvest mode out of that corner. Such is the straight line speed of this car with the DRS open. Cover off show. I want to try and push Donna forward a bit more. Maybe think about a breakaway. But at the same time, I want to get Embry up there as well so that the two of them can work together to stretch that gap. Don't want to leave them alone, isolated at the top. Having to try and bide my time a little bit here.
Overtake is available.
Going to go with full standard pace on the tyre this time. She squeezed me in the wall. God damn it, Ocon. Ridiculous driving here. And out of the battery again. I'm just going to have to sit here. Can't get through because every time I get alongside Ocon, he just pushes me off. You know, off the track, or just swerves right in front of me at the last second. Donna has got past Oscar. Again, without even trying, and there goes Max for the lunge. Still hasn't got the move completely done. They're going to be side by side into the run up to the strip, but Oscar will have the inside line. think Donna might be ready to just get ahead. There goes Max. So Max has gone hard tyres. That's his one stop done.
You've got everything, press on hold available.
If you can, push.
Let's see if Ocon drives like a bastard again. Four shares into the pits. This is my chance to go around the outside of Ocon. Evening, Victor.
We need to push. Let's try to take opportunity.
Russell actually got in front. All right.
Drop down the pace now.
Desperate times.
Stay close.
Call for desperate measures. Evening, Harvey. Wait for him to swing across in front of us at the last second. We're out of battery. God damn. Just had no luck. Embry's clear lack of overtaking skills has been such a hamper this season. And Piastri's gone in front of me. And now Sonoda's going to have a look.
Charge on. Okay, head down, we keep focusing.
Damn it, Embry. I need to work on her overtaking skill, but her cornering is so bad, and she still has not improved it at all in the last 3-4 months that we've had her on corner training. That can't really do anything about her overtaking until she gets on top of her cornering. She's down nearly 20 points on most drivers on the grid.
So recharge on.
Right, Russell's into the pits. Max is still stuck down in 16th place with Porsche behind him. What's he doing lap time wise? He's only half a second quicker than the front runners at the moment. He is going to undercut, the leaders. The question by how much. In fact, Russell's got out in front of him. Right in front of him.
Let's have recharge on then, please.
Honda gets back past Piastri. Joe's into the pits. All right, there we go. Some of the competition in front of us is in the pits as well. Now, we can try and do something
Science has pitted.
with our pace.
And you can pick up the pace.
And we can have recharge on, please.
Charge on. Battery is high.
We want to manage our tyre budget. And recharge on now is okay.
Ocon, I think, just lost the DRS there. I hope he did. I want to get this overtake done quickly and efficiently. If he hasn't got the DRS, which he doesn't, we should be able to fly straight past him.
And recharge on, recharge on.
And he's into the pit, so we got that overtake done just in time.
Can use overtake.
We've got better tyres than Schumacher's, hard still. By quite a way.
You're good to push.
Norris will probably box this lap, I would imagine. Might go one more.
And recharge on is okay, please. Time to push on these tyres.
Donna's taken half a second out of Norris without the DRS on that lap and without pushing her battery either, just on the strip. That's the tyre advantage and the car advantage coming into effect nicely there. Now we have a 1-2 with our drivers. Schumacher's going to come with us. We're going to be boxing soon. Russell's doing 1 minute 40s, 1:39s. Yeah, we're actually stretching the gap a little bit at the moment. 19, nearly 20 seconds. Ocon got out just in front. And so did Norris, actually. Norris got out in front of Ocon. So we're looking at Norris. 18 seconds is the gap. And I think we just dropped Schumacher as well. Yes, we did.
Recharge on.
Right, we can't overtake to save her life, can she? So allowed Schumacher to close back up again. There goes Stroll into the pits. George sets a new fastest lap as he gets past Norris and Ocon.
On can use the deploy.
Just get the move done, please. Ah. Oh, Embry, you are really not helping your cause for next season.
Charge on.
There we go. This time, surely.
We need a bit of recharge of the battery. Charge on.
Donna knows how to get it done. Straight through, first time of asking.
And recharge on.
We're going to go another few laps. Going to stretch these tyres. We will have some overtakes to make when we come back on track. But we will have soft tyres against hard tyres. And the longer we can go, the more we can really utilise that extra grip. Question now is, how long is Schumacher going to hang on to us? Look at that train behind George. That's actually a monster train from 4th down to 14th. We're probably going to come out behind that train if we're not careful. Again, she just cannot overtake to save her life. Oh, it's so frustrating. The whole point of this strategy was that they would swap places on the lane straight. They wouldn't get in each other's way. Nobody told Embry that. Schumacher's into the pits. Norris moves into 4th place now, ahead of George. And the gap is coming down. 14 seconds now, 14 and a half seconds.
You're good to push.
Stay close.
Schumacher's gone on to mediums. Right, you're on full tyre push this time, surely. There we go.
Recharge on.
Instant improvement in lap time.
Charge on now, please.
Gonna box this lap.
Alright, stops are programmed.
Box.
A little bit more like her, please.
Right, bad stop now could be horrible for us. .6. It's not quick, but it's clean. Where is she going to come out?
Could be close to cars at exit.
Right in front of Max Verstappen.
No need to push the tyres. And recharge on, recharge on. And overtake is available.
And look how much we've been able to stretch those tyres. They will now go the distance on normal push.
Look after the tires.
Got a little bit of work to do here to close that gap back up. Tsunoda will get through. That was inevitable, that someone was going to get us. Donna's in.
And recharge on is okay, please.
You put 5, a little bit quicker.
So just manage your tires. Reminder, throttle and pit exit.
And we are 6th and 7th.
So recharge on.
And now, can our drivers work together? That is the big question. Embry's tyres are now up to temperature. And once again, she's like, no, I don't think I want to go for the overtake. Oh, for fuck's sake, Embry. Killing me here.
Let's try to get him. Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Fastest lap attempt. Don't care which driver gets it, as long as one of them gets it. And it will break us away from Max and get us onto the back of Tsunoda and co as well. Share now gets in front of Verstappen. Leclerc's all the way down in 17th place. I can't see him doing much this race. But if Max keeps falling and drops out of the points, it will keep Leclerc's title hopes alive.
That is the fastest lap. Just be careful with this tyre. So, recharge on then, please.
Lift off for the fuel. Charge on.
Overtake is available.
So let's see, what did we set the lap as? 134.3. What was the fastest lap? 136. Oh yeah, I think we're safe on that. Nobody else is on softs.
Recharge on.
Funny how she can overtake other cars, but she can't overtake a teammate.
Let the tyres come back to you.
Charge on. Need to drop the pace. Okay, charge on. Okay, we need some deploy.
Can use overtake.
Ironically, Schumacher is our biggest threat now, because he's on mediums as opposed to hards.
Okay, keep cooling the car now.
Ooh, late move under braking. Cheeky move from Tsunoda there.
Cool the car.
What a lunge. What a lunge. Where was this level of overtaking earlier?
And recharge on now is okay, please. And we can have recharge on, please.
Am I getting the new F1 Manager 24? Absolutely. 32 days to go. Not what I'm counting. If anyone wants to chip in a couple of quid to cover the cost of the game, you're more than welcome to do so. The PayPal link is on my homepage. But please don't feel obliged to. Oh, we got squeezed really badly there. And Embry's dropped all the way back down to fifth, having got herself up to potentially second or first there.
And recharge
Donna
on.
capitalises by getting past Tsunoda.
Okay, focus on recharge. the pace up on this compound.
If you can, push it.
Charge on.
Getting very crowded in front of us.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
Just manage your tires, please.
Max has dropped out of the points. He's down to 12th. So this will keep the title challenge alive for Leclerc. It's definitely going to go down to the final race at Abu Dhabi. Unless Verstappen can suddenly start scoring big points. Leclerc has just had a shocking weekend. Eliminated in Q2. He's down in 17th right now. Behrman's had a decent recovery. He's up to 11th place.
Overtake available.
Time to push on these tyres.
And once again, we're stuck behind Mr. Moving erratically Ocon. And once again, Embry refusing to go for the actual overtake. There you go, got her through.
And recharge on is okay, please.
Okay, you can pick up the pace. And cool the car.
To bide our time a little bit. Wow, our car is actually hitting the rev limiter. I hear it bouncing a little bit there. We almost got Schumacher, and then because we were in harvest, didn't get the launch out of the final turn. That's frustrating. Need the battery for Embry, and we need to push her tyres if she's going to make successful overtakes, which is why I'm keeping her tyre wear pretty low. She's been picked off by Ocon again. God damn it.
Recharge on.
And I've been doing the same with Donna, just because she's going to have to work harder given that she's further back. Embry keeps just getting caught out. so damn frustrating trying to do something with a...
Overtake is available.
On click overtake, please. And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
There we go, instantly past Ocon. He tries to squeeze us. We say, not this time. We might even get Schumacher here. Almost. Ocon's still there. Up the inside, come on.
No need to
Quick
push the
enough to
tires.
react there.
So recharge on.
Okay, charge on.
Donna's tyre wear is just about perfect. Embry's is a little higher than I'd like. Not by much. And the fact she's now in third sets her up reasonably nicely. If I can get her into second, it will make things even easier. Now there we go, got the move on Oscar. Tried to make the move on Norris and couldn't get it done, and that cost him badly. So he had to lift.
Recharge on.
Gave us that easy opportunity to slot him behind him. And now we can do this with Donna, with Embry, and now focus our attention more on Donna.
Only can use the deploy. Cool the car, please.
Straight through against Ocon. 10 laps to go.
Okay, keep cooling the car now. Battery is on the low side. Drop the pace now, please.
We've got a breakaway group almost. Ocon's closed back up again. Once Embry's got enough battery, I can actually break her away from Norris. This might be where I go for it.
Press overtake.
And then it'll be easier to get Donna through and catch up. focus on getting Embry through. Come on, don't let me down with this half-assed overtake shit again. She's not going to make the move. Damn it.
Just be careful with this tyre. Save as much fuel.
All that battery wasted. Now I'm vulnerable. She got in front of me. Cannot get the moves done with Embry that I need her to get done. And it's so frustrating. Knowing that she has pace and she is capable, but she just has no consistent overtaking skill.
Keep up the lift off. You're doing a very good job.
Laps are starting to tick down.
Let's lift off, please.
And Embry might have just lost the DRS. I really hope she didn't. She did.
Get back in the rhythm.
Let's get Donna to move through.
We have margin to push a bit more.
Gave Embry every opportunity. She just consistently let me down.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit. Charge on.
And now she's screwing me over again.
We have to protect those tires.
God damn this girl.
If you can, push.
You can push on tires. We're good on tires.
Schumacher is exactly where I did not want him to be, which is at the lead, pushing the pace on those mediums. My tyre life advantage is fast disappearing, almost non-existent now.
Oh, we can cancel lift off.
Deal with fucking Ocon again.
Okay, head down, no problem. Charge on.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
Charge on, charge on. Let's go for a push.
this really has not gone to
A
plan.
bit more like
I've not been able to rely on Embry tonight at all.
Charge on, charge on.
And I've hampered Donna to try and focus on Embry. Whereas if they'd been the other way round, Donna would be free and clear at the front by now.
5 more laps. Charge on.
If I don't get a double podium minimum out of this, it will be a huge waste. You know, a huge wasted opportunity. And right now, Piastri and Norris are bolting clear. I need to get past these two in front.
Okay, we need some deploy. Okay, to pick up the pace.
and recharge on now is okay, please.
Cool the car.
It's not going to do it, Donna.
And you can pick up the pace.
Oh, come on, Ocon. Jesus Christ. Again. How many times is he going to ruin our attempts to overtake by just swerving in front of us at the last second like that?
4 more laps. Give us a bit more lift off, please.
And now we've got a yellow flag. Don't be a VSC. Don't be a VSC.
That's not looking good for Charles Leclerc.
Oh, it's Leclerc.
Right, we're at
Oh my
turn
God, what a
14
race
here.
he
You
has
can
not been
see
having
how
at
tight
all.
it is.
And was that
the cars
Hajar?
there, unable to keep out of each other's way. And having seen it back, I think it's pretty obvious who was at fault.
Couldn't really tell from that angle who was definitely at fault.
We need a little
Not a
bit
good
more
look
lift off if you can,
for either
please.
driver,
A little
though.
bit more.
Overtake is available. Time to push on these tyres.
Gee, again, look, Ocon. Just switching position like that, forcing us to lift at the last second. And then pushing us again on the exit of the corner. Filthy, filthy driving here tonight from Esteban.
Overtake available. 3 more laps, 3 more laps. We can still do it. And keep an eye on the battery. Charge on now.
No need to push the tyres.
I'm going to miss out on getting either car on the podium at this rate.
Need to drop the pace. You're good to push.
Yeah, Brockon just got himself into the DRS, so god damn it. Or did he? I think he missed it. I think he missed it.
Let's try to take opportunity. You've got everything, press on hold available. Cool the car, please. We don't have enough battery. One more lap to go.
It's been way more awkward than it needed to be.
Charge on.
Let's have recharge on there, please. Can use overtake.
No more lift off required. Keep cooling the car.
Come on, Donna. Come on, Donna. Oh! Ow! Did she sneak her car through? Have I got any battery left? No, I haven't, but I get in the way of George.
Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
Ivory gets boxed in. Then she drops down to 6 because of fucking Ocon again. Oh, second place.
Okay, we take the flag.
Oh, what a wasted opportunity that was for a 1-2. Just.
Lando Norris wins it.
I'm at my wit's end with Embry. I think I'm going to have to seriously consider dropping her now. Great drive from Donna at the end, but you know she spent so much time playing second fiddle because I was so focused on trying to get Embry up. If I just focused them the other way round, that would have been a comfortable win for Donna. Embry's just not up to the standard she needs to be at. Donna's just about there. She's good enough. But the problem is I don't think Anne's good enough to replace Embry.
Performance from the Aston Martin driver that was.
What a
I don't have
fantastic
another viable
result for
option.
the team who got everything right for this podium. They deserve nothing less.
A great display of team spirit there, as everyone finally gets the chance to share this moment. Though Karoon, with the garages full of activity, what's the mood like down at Aston Martin now?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
Well, everyone, that's all from us here in Las Vegas.
Formula One has almost reached its conclusion this year. Meet us next time in Abu Dhabi, between the desert and the sea, for an enthralling finale.
So then, confirmation of the final result. It is a win for Lando Norris. Big points for McLaren tonight. First and fifth. Ferrari in third and fourth. Going to be tight between those two teams, as we know. Embry getting second place. Could and should have been first. Embry, just an absolute nightmare for us. Down in sixth place. Did get the fastest lap. She was slipstreaming Donovan for the fastest lap. Mick gets sixth ahead of Zhou. Then it's Tsunoda. So double points for for Mercedes, but not enough points to close up to us. Max just about gets back into the points. Takes the final point there from Ollie Behrman, who in the end was 3.5 seconds back. Then it was Sainz, Porsche, Albon, Stroll, Leclerc down in 16th place. Horrible weekend for him. Hajar in 17th, Maloney in 18th, Giovinazzi down in 19th, and Magnussen in 20th and last. Driver standings look like this. Max increases his lead by a point, 7 points between the two drivers, which means if Charles Leclerc wins and Max Verstappen finishes second and neither of them get the fastest lap, they will be level on points, and Max will win the driver standings because he's got twice as many wins over Charles Leclerc. So Leclerc has to either win and get the fastest lap to guarantee that he is going to become world champion if Max is second. That is how it's going to lay out. He needs to score 8 points more than Max in the final Grand Prix to win his first championship. I think it's his first. Norris in third stretches his lead away from Russell. Russell now consigned to finishing in fourth. He's not going to be caught by Donna, unfortunately, and Lando is too far ahead for him to catch. Isaac in fifth place, not confirmed in fifth. In sixth place, not confirmed there yet. We're not confirmed in fifth. We have a 18-point lead. It is possible for Isaac to outscore us in the final race. So we'll see what happens. Oscar in seventh ahead of Tsunoda. Ocon moving above Théo Pourchaire there by 4 points with some very questionable driving tonight. Embry is in 11th. She's now just 4 points away from hitting triple digits. Zhou gains a place, move up to 12th above Sainz. Then it's Giovinazzi, Stroll, Schumacher, Behrman, Magnussen, Maloney and Albon with 27 points. In the constructor standings, there you see Mercedes move back in front of Alfa Romeo. They are now 6 points ahead of them with one race to go, and given the current form, you have to say Mercedes are likely to hold on to fifth. We are now comfortably ahead of Mercedes, so much so that with a 56 point lead, we cannot be caught. We are confirmed in fourth place. Fortunately, we're too far behind Ferrari to catch them, but fourth place is now locked in. That is where we are finishing this season, even if we have a double DNF. So what a great end of season recovery we've had, going from 9th to 4th in the standings in the matter of just a few races. That is superb. McLaren are ahead of Ferrari, stretching that gap just a little bit. They are now 17 points clear with one round to go. So it looks like McLaren are going to finish second to Red Bull, who only picked up the single point tonight, but still miles ahead of everybody else. Alpine stay in 7th. AlphaTauri in 8th place. Do close the gap by 6 points, but they're still 22 points behind. It's unlikely Alpine will drop down to 7th. It's also highly unlikely they're going to catch and pass Alfa Romeo. Haas on 136 could still, if they can find a little bit of pace in the final race, could still overhaul AlphaTauri for 8th place, and Williams are confirmed in 10th. In the pit stop competition, no points for us tonight. We just weren't quick enough in the pits. It is fastest stop for AlphaTauri, and they're fourth as well, ahead of second and fifth for Red Bull. So once again, AlphaTauri have closed that gap up. This competition will go down to the final Grand Prix. McLaren in third and ninth get some good points over Ferrari, who only got seventh. I think that will put McLaren very much in the ascendancy. Mercedes do pick up a couple more points to pull away from us, so I think we're now consigned to being behind them in the pit stop challenge, unless we can pull out a blinder in the final Grand Prix, which is unlikely. And then Williams picking up a point at the end there as well. Let's see what the final standings of this competition look like with a round to go. Red Bull top by 18 points from AlphaTauri. Very close. It could still go either way, but it's very much advantage Red Bull. Ferrari are 20 points ahead of McLaren, but the gap has come down considerably tonight. 11 points the gap has come down by. Mercedes are now 10 points ahead of Alpine, and Alpine have also pulled out another 4 points over us, so we can still potentially, if we're lucky, get past Alpine, but I think Mercedes is just a bit too far ahead. They're 16 points clear of us now. Williams are in 8th with 21 points. They're likely to stay there. Alfa Romeo and Haas, who knows what might happen. There's something miraculous might happen for Haas to get off the mark tonight, but yeah, I think we're looking at confirmed order there for the bottom three. Ferrari stops a 2.5 and a 2.6. The slowest stop was a 2.51. Our best was a 2.56. Only 500ths away, but still, again, just not quite quick enough. As far as our report cards, let's see just how bad Embry's overtaking was. Donna was 22 and failed, 20 successful going forward. That's not bad. 17 failed, 23 successes in defence. And there we see Embry again, the shortcomings. 14 overtakes, 31 failed. She just cannot overtake. It's killing her chances of getting good finishes in tight situations like that. 27 and 19 in defence. Good, solid performance there, but yeah, not good. We did get some extra experience for Anne. She is getting herself closer and closer to a potential switch with Embry for the second seat next year, but neither is really an ideal candidate. And let's take a look at the sponsor performances. We got the finish position streak, no surprises there. That was a very easy one in the top 15 for 2 races. We got the fastest lap. We got both cars into Q3. And for the guarantees, we got both cars in the top 8. We got both cars into Q2, and we also got both cars in the top 10 as well. Donna's ranking has gone up by another point. She's now an 85 overall. Embry has gone up by a point to 84 overall. Still not good enough, though, unfortunately. Let's see. Has her cornering has gone up by a point. She's finally working on her cornering. Right at the end of the season when it's not really going to count for shit, but she is slowly, finally starting to improve. Let's check our inbox. Car inspection. We've got 5 parts that have failed and need to be replaced. There we go. That was our last rear wing. Spare side pod is used. Spare underfloor is used. Let's check the other car. There goes that other spare side pod and our other spare underfloor. All right. The gamble that we don't need to change a wing now, hopefully. We've got enough spare parts on chassis, front wings, got a spare suspension. Those are the parts that are most likely to get broken on a practice weekend. Maybe the rear wing, depending on if we lose it into a corner and going backwards. Hopefully we won't. We'll see. Let's get the cars prepped now for the final Grand Prix. I'll go with that one there. We'll go with that one there. And we'll go with that one there for practice. Let's do car 2. That was car 2. Let's do car 1. We'll go with that gearbox. This way you won't have to do this tomorrow night. I'm also hopeful that if we can do this now, then it will reduce the fatigue we accrue over the Grand Prix weekend as well. Maybe give our pit crew a chance of doing something slightly better. We shall see. Let's make the offer to Jonathan Wheatley. Oh, we can't. There's a negative outlook towards us still. All right, we'll have to wait till the last day of the season then. See if he's available then. He changes his tune once he's out of contract. Well, bounce time, we got 14.9 million in the bank. Let's check in with the board, actually, see what they thought. High confidence. They are now delighted overall with race performances. That's gone up from happy last night, as they were delighted with Vegas. I was a little bit disappointed with Vegas, but there you go. Car Park Test Centre has now switched over for a refurb. Let's get that done for ready for next year. It's going to take 32 days. But that will be ready in time for the start of the new season, or the start of the new year. Staff facilities, that is close, not quite there. Operational facilities, helipad has gone, and we can't get that refurbed in time for the next Grand Prix. So we're now not going to bother. We'll save that until next season. There's no point, because by the time we refurb it, it'll be too late for Abu Dhabi. And then it'll degrade again by the time we get around to Baku. To Bahrain. Not Baku. What else can we get done? Let's have another look at these two. There we go. So, and it has slightly better cornering, slightly worse braking, a little bit worse control, but still good enough. Better smoothness, much better adaptability. Overtaking is about the same. Defending's nowhere near as good. Reaction's slightly better. Down in accuracy. She has got that high development rate. I am very close now to saying, let's do it. Let's pull the trigger and put her in that. That's what we're working on right now. She is improving cornering, adaptability, smoothness, and reactions. I will move her over onto that one now, I think. No, we'll leave her on pace, long run pace. Try and get that reaction up a little bit more. You say stick with Plum for the final season. Is it worth switching drivers? Yeah, on paper it might not look like it, but having a driver who's competent in the wet, if we get hit with a lot of wet races again in the early part of next season like we did this year, we're in trouble. Having a driver who can actually be competent in the wet means we will not have such a big drop off in pace every time the clouds sneeze, which has been absolutely killer for us so far this year. We haven't had a wet race for a while, so our paces look strong, but when we were having those wet races in the European leg, we were losing positions left, right and centre as soon as that rain started coming down. So yeah, I'm not going to make the decision until the end of the year, the final day of the year, but I will have to make a decision, I think. And I am slightly edging towards putting Anne in the car now. She's got a month and a half of improvement to come over Embry with a higher development rate. Embry's basically fighting for her job now in the next Grand Prix. She is a more rounded driver, but she's just struggling in the key areas. Yeah, I really don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do on that one. We will have to make a decision at some point, though. And there we go. We are now set for the season finale tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We have achieved a very lofty ambition, which was to finish in 4th in the constructor standings. That is now confirmed. We cannot be caught by Mercedes. We can't go any higher because we haven't got enough points left to claim as well, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, considering that we were 9th just half a dozen races ago, that is a massive haul of points. Let's just have a quick look back and see just how we earned those points. Obviously, tonight we got 2nd and 6th. In Brazil, not counting the sprint, we got 2nd and 10th. In Austin, we had a 1-2 in the sprint, that much I do remember. And on top of that, we also got 2nd and 4th in the Grand Prix. For that was Losail, where again we had a strong run in the sprint. We only got one car in the top 10 there. A bit of a rough race for us, that one. But Suzuka was good. Suzuka was 6th and 10th. Singapore, a race I didn't think we would do really well in. We got our 2nd win of the season. And 5th for Embry as well. Monza, where we came so close to getting a win. We were 2nd and 10th there. Zandvoort, again, with the rain falling, it just killed us. And that was the last really bad race for us, was Zandvoort, when we just dropped out of contention with that weather. We had problems at Spa as well. We didn't do too bad to finish 7th and 9th, but considering where we were in the sprint, we went backwards as soon as that rain hit. We've had some really, really bad results, which really killed our forward momentum early in the season. But from Monza onwards, we just never looked back. We started getting dry races. We started getting good results. A win in Monza, 2nd in Monza, a win in Singapore, a decent result in Suzuka. Poor race in Qatar, but that was mainly down to incidents on track where we got hit and we had that lockup that killed the confidence of both drivers. Austin, we were dominant in Austin, 1-2 in the sprint, 2-4 in the Grand Prix. Mexico, another win, and then a good solid performance in Brazil with a 2nd place there, 2nd place again tonight. We have been pumping in strong results in ever since Monza. So that is the last 8 races that we've been getting strong results. 7 of the last 8 if you take Losail out of there. So I'm hopeful that we can build on this next season. I don't know how we're going to do research-wise against the rest of the grid. I do think we may get punished. I do think we might get punished. We may have overdone it a little bit with development this season just to get the car competitive enough for our drivers to actually be able to score points consistently. And so we may be in for a bit of a shock at the start of next season. But as I say, we will not be doing any research next year because next season will be our final season with this game. So we have a real opportunity to just plow everything into development next season. And if we are a little off the pace at the start of the year, come the end of the year, we should be mighty quick. I hope. So, don't forget, tomorrow, the season finale, 7 p.m. Don't normally stream on a Saturday, and we're streaming an hour earlier than I would normally do during the week. So do make sure you're here for that to see what happens at terms of the end of the race and the end of the season as well, whether we make the decision to sign Embry, whether we can convince Jonathan Wheatley to come join us and hopefully improve our pit crew even more for next season, so we can start getting consistent points there, and see what happens with some of the other drivers as well. See who gets caught up, stays in, gets dropped. We'll see what happens. And then Monday will be the start of Season 8, our final season of Hardcore Mode, and our final season of content for F1 Manager 2023. Please, again, a reminder, no spoilers in the chat tomorrow. I will not have seen qualifying results for Spain. when we go live, I will be watching the highlights after the stream. So I do hope you keep any Spain talk to yourself and don't stick it in the chat. I just don't want any nasty surprises. But yeah, I hope to see you all tomorrow for the finale. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.